But yeah. So the two Autobot cassettes had the trajectory data on the Underbase and had basically discovered the very fact that it was heading towards Earth, and it's this sent those two out to warn Optimus and the others.
Did you see that? You mean that creepy looking thing that just jumped over the side? Yeah. Nope, I didn't see anything.
I should have left you two on the station.
So, but of course Optimus hadn't gotten the message. Instead, Ratbat had intercepted it, and he and Starscream had watched it. But the human woman had also seen it, and she was able to escape and warn the Autobots of the very same thing. Power.
I think I saw something. You think you saw what?
Silence! It could be an Autobot cloaker. Keep your optics sharp. There! Destroy it!
And yeah, it was basically at this point that Starscream had his idea. So, at first, he invited Scorponok to come join Ratbat, and he hadn't actually informed Ratbat of this to begin with, and when he's called out on that, he just claims he forgot. And Scorponok is willing to overlook the fact that Ratbat nearly ordered Piranha Khan to crush his starship.
Feel the power of my wrath! Now get the power back online so we can move on!
And yeah, tensions were high, but they decided to stay and actually have a chat together.
To the underground.
Another shield generator? These Autobots are getting on my nerves! Bring down those shields!
One shot. Yeah, and it didn't take long before Starscream put the next phase of his plan in action, which was to actually trigger a fight between the Scorponok's Decepticons and Ratbat's Decepticons, which gave him the chance to steal Ratbat's ship, but not before he had taken Buster Woodwicky out of there, put him way out into the ice, because I believe they were based in the Antarctic now, and given him a beacon to summon the Autobots to help him, or die. That was basically his choice, because Starscream did not want the Decepticons to follow him. Aha, took it out. And he figured that if the Autobots showed up, well, they would probably not.
So easy.
They would probably not cooperate very well.
Weapon tooling complete. Ah!
Barrel roll. And Buster figured that, yeah, it would be a slaughter, but he needed to let the Autobots know what was happening, and they probably had the best shot of stopping Starscream.
Rocket fire!
So he called them, and they came, finding him in the ice and wondering what he was doing there. And then the Decepticons showed up, and there was a very bloody battle, but it turned out to be a short battle, thankfully, because
scans show high density Ubarium
both
shielding
the
on that
Ratbat
door.
and the Optimus kinda arrived at the conclusion at the same time that Starscream had orchestrated this, and he was probably going after the Underbase.
Heads up! Rocket on collision course.
I need to find some health. There should be some, yes.
Yeah!
So they managed to get a ceasefire and got into talks with Scorponok and convinced him that they needed to have his ship to get after Starscream and catch up to him, because he had already gotten way too much of a lead.
Incoming! Take cover! Wait! That's not Autobot weaponry.
Interesting. I've never seen these life forms before.
Who cares? If they get in my way, blast them!
Starscream does not have a scientist soul at all. He isn't exactly dumb, but he just doesn't care. Yeah. So they managed to get after Starscream and caught up to him just as he had flown out of the vessel to meet up with the Underbase. And, well, he bathed in its light for like a second before he was blasted away, because they had let Optimus take the gun controls, because, well, apparently he had a bit of a reputation as a sharpshooter. So neither Ratbat nor Scorponok would take that away from him, considering what was at stake. Unfortunately, that brief moment in the light of the Underbase had already been enough to grant...
just as I told you, the Energon Bridge Terminal. Find a way inside
to
and
grant
activate it.
Starscream
We
unimaginable
must have tripped
power.
the station's automated defenses. Open fire!
Ah, they're firing at me. And so, after being deactivated for a brief moment, he woke up and crushed Scorponok's ship, and even destroyed Ratbats, so they wouldn't be able to use that. Because he was now essentially invulnerable and had limitless energy, so he didn't need a spaceship any longer to get back to Earth. Fortunately, Optimus had foreseen this possibility and kept the Ark close by, but out of Starscream's view. Wasn't there things down here? I think there were things down here.
Still,
Yep.
more cloakers. These guys creep me out. What's the matter, Skywarp? Afraid?
At least I'm not ugly.
Ugly? You and I look the same.
I think it was all of them. So yeah, Starscream made his intentions known that he'd go to Earth to wait for the Underbase. Because, well, he wanted to kill some time by basically wrecking several major cities on Earth single-handedly just to demonstrate his power.
To their death.
Starscream, report!
Megatron! We are encountering significant Autobot resistance, but...
I will not suffer excuses. Do not fail me.
You really told him, Starscream.
Silence! Soon the Decepticons will be mine to control, and Megatron will serve me!
Whatever you say, Starscream. That's right.
You can hear the confidence they have in him. They've been working with him for at least 1,000 years, so I think they're used to him by now.
Got my feet on the ground.
So, did we get them all? Apparently not. This guy is left. And yeah, Optimus brought out the Ark and took them all back to Earth, and they started figuring out, well, laying plans for how to stop Starscream. Because considering his current power level, that would take basically everything they had. But he had named 4 cities. One was Buenos Aires, and I think it was New York, London, no, Paris, I believe. New York, Paris, and either Beijing or Tokyo. I don't quite remember. I believe it was 4 cities.
Another terminal deeper underground.
So they all divided into hit squads for the 4 teams, basically fielding everyone apart from a few commanders up on the arc.
I'm reading Autobahn energy signatures up ahead.
Well, as more and more people got knocked out, this got reduced to being basically just Ratbat, Scorponok, and Optimus, and even Ratbat decided to join in the hit squads eventually, because, well, Starscream had been his subordinate, so he wanted to punish his treachery personally. Though Starscream was much too powerful, and the plan failed miserably. Well, they saved the humans, which was probably very important for Optimus, but the cost was immense. I think Starscream put almost everyone out of commission. I believe it was only the Pretenders that managed to escape because their Pretender shells protected them. But otherwise it was a massive slaughter and caused huge devastation on both sides. Basically leaving both Scorponok and Optimus completely armyless afterwards. And towards the end, and Starscream was still up and looking ever more disturbing. As the more damage he took, the more he regenerated and the more he looked wrong.
Good. More carnage.
It'll take more than a rocket, buddy. Alert!
Rocket buddy!